Welcome back, everybody. I'm Pete Gluzak here for Bass University TV. We're here live at the 2017 iCast, and I've got a real treat. I got a special guest that's here with me today. Is Dave Washburn from FLW Outdoors. And Dave, from what I understand, you're here to tell everybody before anywhere else what next year's FLW tournament schedule is.
Yeah, I'm going to preempt our announcement by about 12 hours. Yeah. 4 o'clock tomorrow, we'll get that information.
4 o'clock tomorrow. Well, we tried.
That was good. That was a good try.
Well, we tried. So you're going to be announcing next year's schedule for the FLW at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I guess we'll all be tuning in to see that. And you guys always go to the best bodies of water. And I just want to give you and the FLW organization a compliment. I've fished tournaments all over the country. I love fishing FLW tournaments.
Well, we appreciate that, Pete.
You guys run a great tournament. You take care of the participants really well that are competing in the tournament. I mean to say this in a positive way, is like you treat us like customers, and in that it's always, what can I do for you? How can I help you? And you appreciate our business that we're giving you as anglers. And I've fished 70 FLW tournaments, and I've always appreciated the way that you guys treat your anglers.
Well, thank you. And you're right. We do treat our anglers are our customers. That's what we're about. We are a tournament organization, and we're about getting people out on the water and giving them quality opportunities to do the thing they love, and that's fish. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully win a little prize money along the way. We were looking up your stats. You didn't do too bad there in the FLW events that you were fishing.
I appreciate you bringing that up. And I had fun at FLW. I was fortunate to win a couple of them. One on the Hudson River, which is one of my favorite. I'm a river guy, so right. I love fishing the Hudson River. And I had a couple close calls on some big wins. I fished the Cup on Three Rivers.
Yes.
And I was holding in the top 10 there for a little while on day one.
It was probably about 1.5 pounds.
It was
a
little more than
tough
that.
fishery.
I had a limit that didn't weigh 5. I had 4 pounds and change, and I was in the top 10 after day one of that tournament.
Tough fishery.
Yeah, I think Hackney went on to win that one.
And it was a perfect storm of weather too. It was like all the conditions couldn't have been worse for the catch. I mean, it was a good event, but tough fishing.
Yeah. Well, and that's a great test.
It was certainly a test of the best.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I mean, people.
It shouldn't be easy to win, $500,000, should it?
No.
You got to make a little work for it.
That challenged all of us. Yeah. Catching limits was hard, and usually we're battling ounces, but that's a unique body of water. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed my time with FLW, and we're here with the Keep America Fishing Group, and we are promoting the Pitch It campaign. We're doing that all year long with Bass University this year, and you guys have been doing that already for a little while.
Yeah, the Keep America Fishing is a wonderful organization, and as our voice in Washington to make sure that we as anglers have access to water and the rights to fish, and they do terrific work. So we try to support them as much as we can, and one of the ways we're doing that is through our Pitch It program with them. And as the world's largest tournament organization, we run 240 events across the country and actually around the world in 6 different countries, and we have recycle bins that we've introduced to really encourage soft plastic recycling, and to make sure that anglers lead in that conservation effort.
I think that's amazing. Now, our anglers, I think, as a group, right, we are very interested in the conservation of our natural resources. We care. We want to clean up. I mean, generally speaking, we're pretty good players. And
absolutely.
I appreciate you guys leading the way with that. Now, you provide a recycling container. Do you know how that process works? I mean, how are they recycled? Where do they wind up going?
Sure. Actually, we do provide recycling containers. It's our first year doing that.
Okay.
And what we're hoping to do is establish, just like bass tournament anglers became the leaders in conservation through catch and release, right?
Right.
Before the growth of tournaments, it was catch and keep. But tournament anglers led the way in conservation, catch and release, preserve the resource. We wanted to have that same mindset when it comes to recycling soft baits. They should not end up in the waterways. They should come back to the dock with you and ultimately end up in the recycle bins. And what we're doing is we're collecting those. We've just started it, and we're working, actively looking for a recycling partner to repurpose those into new baits. And what we'd like to do is introduce those back into our high school program as new baits and as a fundraiser for those high schools.
Wow, that's amazing. Repurposing them.
That's right.
Melting them down, making some great new lures. Man, that's terrific. And so you guys you're doing that in all your BFLs all the way up to the FLW tour?
At every tour event, the Costa Series BFLs, all the high school events, every one of them has a recycle container, the Pitch It program, recycle your soft plastic lures, and it's just getting started, but we have high hopes for it to really yield great things.
Well, I appreciate you doing it. Is this part? I have in my notes the FLW Foundation.
Yes, it is part of the FLW Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, and the FLW Foundation's mission is to help youth fishing and conservation. So this is obviously a conservation part of it. And if we're successful ultimately in repurposing those and just not recycling into some other product, but recycling them into new baits, then we'll be helping those high school teams to raise funds. So it'd be the perfect use.
Win
for everybody, and that's what it's about. Win for everybody.
Right. Well, that's great. And it's a great cause, and we certainly want to encourage everybody to go and take the Pitch It pledge, and that's means just what we're talking about is obviously if the recycling bins are available, you want to pitch that stuff in there. But if it's not, you want to make sure that these plastic baits don't make it into the waterways, and then we're taking care of our stuff. Yeah. And if you're seeing stuff out there, I always encourage people, try to leave it cleaner than when you found it. Don't be afraid to pick up somebody else's trash that may have been left behind. And I see that a lot. I try to teach that to my son. And I think us as anglers are really good stewards of the sport. And I see it mainly, and we've talked about this a little bit this morning, is in the cull tag pins. When with the non-piercing cull tags have just exploded, and guys are just jumping all over and saying, we want that, we want to take care of the fish.
And we actually have that as a suggestion in our rules that we encourage the use of the non-piercing culling clips.
No kidding. Well, that's forward thinking, and you don't want to be the guy that's busting the fish's lip on camera.
It's a resource we all depend on, so we all need to do our best to take care of that and to encourage others to follow our lead.
Absolutely. And we're doing it with Keep America Fishing with the Pitch campaign. I appreciate you guys doing all the things that you do there. But right around the corner, to switch gears a little bit, we got a big championship coming up.
Yeah, we've got the Forcewood Cup in Columbia, South Carolina, August 11th through the 13th, and it's going to be a big one. We've already sold out the show. It's going to be great. We've got Easton Corbin coming to do a concert on Sunday. So
no kidding.
It'll be awesome.
You got a pick?
I learned a long time ago not to go out, not to make picks. I'll leave that to the editors. You can go to FLWfishing.com, and I'm sure the editors will have all kinds of picks, but I'll leave that to them.
Okay. Well, it should be an amazing event, and I don't know. I'm going to pick Bryan Thrift. I mean, that's an obvious pick, but I'm picking him.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds when you pick Bryan Thrift. I mean, the percentage of times that he finishes in the top 10 or even the top 5, it's a remarkable high percentage that he does that. I mean, he is absolutely one of the best anglers on the planet.
Yeah, and he's lit up your tournament trail this year, and it's not the first time.
Yeah.
And one of the best instructors, honestly, we have at Bass University. He's been speaking with us for a few years now, and he had a really interesting seminar that he gave about how to practice for competition. Any tournament angler needs to watch it. Anybody that wants to catch bass consistently needs to watch it. But it's interesting that one of the things he said that stuck out to me was that he researches what's going on the body of water and how people are being successful to win tournaments leading up to the events. And he never does those things. He does the exact opposite.
The exact opposite. Do what other people aren't, right?
Right.
You can't argue with the results. I mean, Bryan, smoke on the water. He covers a lot of water.
Smoke on the water.
And it pays dividends for him. He is certainly an incredible angler.
He's a run and gun angler, right?
He is a run and gun. It's hard to keep up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our camera boat operators are always like, oh, I got to follow Bryan. All right, so we're going to be covering a lot of water.
Yeah. Well, he's the original run and gun angler, and he certainly lit it up. And we have a lot of the FLW anglers that are speakers for Bass University, and we appreciate the work that they do. And all you guys watching right now, I want to let you guys know that you can try Bass University TV for free right now. We're down here celebrating iCast, and use the discount code BUTV30, and that'll give you 30 days free. Come over, try it. Look, we've got a lot of seminars with Bryan Thrift and Scott Suggs and Scott Martin and the who's who of the FLW tournament trail and others teaching about what they're really, really good at. And our goal at Bass University is to try to bring your fishing to the next level. So you guys can come over and check that out. And I'm going to press you again, Dave. Anything on next year's tournament trail?
No, my lips are sealed. The only thing I can tell you is 4 o'clock at the FLW booth tomorrow. We'll have a live feed on our Facebook page.
All right.
And that's an amazing thing. We had the iCast Cup the other day. Had over 40,000 views on the iCast Cup.
Right.
Just a little 4-hour shootout on Lake Toho, 20 pounds that won it. Great way to kick off iCast here.
Yeah, well, you guys have done that for the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's another way that we try to help Keep America Fishing. Raised about $14,000 this year for them.
Okay.
And we got industry executives, pro anglers, and media out on the water. So we expect to see you out there next year fishing the iCast Cup.
I had my guy Brian the Carpenter fishing the Cup this year, and they caught 2 giants, but didn't catch 5 giants. So how did you guys wind up finishing, Bri?
I actually don't know. I think 20 pounds won, and we were around 15.5 pounds. So I would say the upper third or upper quarter of the field at least.
Right.
A lot of guys had really. JT Kenny weighed in a smaller bag on Toho than I weighed in last weekend on the Delaware River. A smaller 5-fish limit. I think he had 5 for 5.3 or something like that.
Man,
that's
those are the Florida bass I always catch.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. I see these 10-pounders coming across the scales, but they've never been in my bag. Not in Florida.
No.
And we've got we're going to be talking with the Florida Freshwater Fisheries guys here in a little bit later on, and I'm going to ask them what they can do to help me
introduce some northern strain down here.
Do something, man. We got to provoke these Florida fish from wanting to bite.
Yeah. We had a few 7-pounders weighed in yesterday.
They had some 6-pounders in your boat.
Yeah. They were 6 or 7.
You just didn't have the three more to go with them. Huh?
That's right. 2 big ones and 3 skinnies.
Right. And so you raised 15 or 14?
About 14,000.
And that goes to Keep America Fishing?
That goes to Keep America Fishing to help their good work in Washington, yes.
Excellent. Well, hey, we appreciate all the good work you're doing. And, I hope to see you back out on the FLW tournament trail. I know I haven't fished one for, I don't think, 2 years or so, but I'll be, you know what I love? Because you guys have the best bodies of water on your northern division. And it's just.
Oh, the Costa Series,
yeah. The Costa Series that comes up north. You always pick the best bodies. With this year, the Potomac, your Champlain. I don't know what the other ones are this year, but they're always good.
Yeah, and then the Costa Series is just an incredible circuit. And we've got very talented anglers there, and the participation has just been terrific in the last few years. And Costa's a wonderful partner. And that schedule will be coming out shortly after we announce the tour schedule. So we'll get them all lined up. With 240 events a year, you kind of run out of weekends to schedule everything.
Right.
But we're getting it lined up. First announcement will be the tour, and the rest of the schedules will follow in short order.
Okay. Well, I'll certainly be looking for them and look to come back and try to get into the winter circle again over there.
Well, we'd love to have you hosting up. Maybe have that cup trophy one day, right?
Boy, that would be nice. I certainly took a swing at it.
You did.
That one year. I'd love to get that big one. That's the one that has avoided me over the years. But I'm not done yet. I only turned 50. So
you got plenty of years ahead of you.
I got a few left, but I appreciate it. And once again, 4 o'clock tomorrow on FLWOutdoors.com.
Yep, you can watch it on our website, or you can go to the Facebook page, FLW Facebook page, and you'll see the schedule announcement.
Excellent. Well, Dave, I really appreciate all you're doing with Keep America Fishing and Pitch It. Thank you for that. Appreciate you being here with us today, and look forward to maybe doing some stuff with the FLW and Bass University in the future.
Well, I appreciate it, Pete. And I wanted to compliment you on the work that you do with Bass University and providing those educational tools. It's a wonderful thing, and something that the anglers need and people are craving. So hats off to you for a wonderful job.
I really appreciate that, and we try to help everybody become better anglers.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is what it's all about. I appreciate you guys watching, Carpenter, and I think we're going to take a little break here. And what else we got going on?
Just to announce our next guest.
Next
Actually,
guest.
I got him on the phone right now. Freddie Boom Boom's on his way over here to talk about his new frog, and After Freddie is, oh, my bad. Good thing I got him on the phone. It's swim bait. And then Boy Duckett.
And Boy Duckett.
After that.
And Boy Duckett. Well, I appreciate you letting everybody in on the new schedule. We're going to be right back in about 5 minutes with more great stuff from the 2017 iCast. You're seeing it right here first on Bass UTV Live.